getting any schooling or education in psychology, social work, anything related to that. I really thought that I was gonna get it. I really did, like truly. And it felt like a great match, but all that to be said, that I feel like some theme going into this video is the idea of facing rejection, facing blockages, roadblocks, and things that are kind of getting in our way in life. And it's kind of like things are presented to us as a challenge for us to overcome it and to test our strength so that we can become stronger, better people and grow and evolve. So that is what I'm thinking this is going to be about, but we shall see. So I brought 3 different card decks for this video. Also, the thing about this job is I thought it was going to help me move out west to a specific state that I was very pumped about, and I just don't think it's the timing for it. So as much as I'm bummed, I really cried it out like after I got the news and I got the email, but then surprisingly within the next few hours and the next day I felt very strong and empowered, and I feel like I'm kind of handling rejection in a different way than I used to, so we'll see what messages come out. And I find sharing what's happening to us on our journey, like by me opening up about whatever I'm going through, I hope that you're able to draw different parallels and conclusions in your own life about that theme. And it might be like closing out a friendship or closing out something, or like a door slamming in your face, but like learning to view it as a positive rather than like a really severe traumatizing negative. So this deck is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, which is like the classic tarot that most people learn from. And then this is the Power of Surrender cards. These are really good to see what we need to let go of in our life, where we need to stop controlling things so much, and where we just need to sit back, relax, and let the wind take us where it shall go, you know? And then the last one is a very moody deck, as in very like dark and mysterious, but like very, like it hits home in the soul, this deck does. So this is the Heal Yourself reading cards, and the imagery is very intense and beautiful. So we will go ahead and get started with the Power of Surrender cards. Alright. So in my most recent card reading video, I actually pre-shuffled and like reviewed the cards beforehand, and then I gave my message on it. But this time you guys are going to see like the live reaction. So I'm just going to take these cards. Look how beautiful they are. Oh my goodness. It's like a sunset vibe. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards really quickly. Also, by the way, if you guys ever want to share anything that's going on in your life, if you're dealing with something difficult or you're struggling with something and you just want to get it off your chest and feel validated, I want to start kind of getting that community vibe going a little bit more and being a better support to people and kind of seeing like what you guys are dealing with so that I can better cater my videos to help you even more than I already am trying to, you know what I mean? Or if you have any like victories or successes in your life that you're super pumped about that you want to share, let us know. And I want all of you guys down below to just hype each other up and be there for each other. Starting now and whenever y'all want to comment, it doesn't have to be a serious video for you to like let me know, you know what I mean? Anytime. So then I just shuffle these cards. And then they will like pop out. So let me shift this down just a tad. Just so y'all can see what I mean, and then we can shift back up. See, like that kind of just like person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And I'm definitely encountering this in my own life, and you guys can kind of think about what that means for you in your life. But it gets pretty exhausting whenever you want someone to see on your frequency and on your wavelength. And I actually just talked about this in my most recent video, and it was like my chit chat video that I just did, so check that out if you want, because I talk about a lot of this stuff. But whenever you really want someone, or you want something to work in your favor, or a relationship or friendship to work, you almost want to like change certain aspects about that person to better suit yourself and your schedule and your needs, and like just help them see more clearly of how you see things. But that's not going to be possible a lot of the time. Most of the time it won't be possible. So we need to stop, because that is very draining of our energy. And then the next card is surrender your ego. And there's a masculine figure here, but that doesn't mean that it has to be a masculine energy. However, I will say the masculine ego is one that is more like driven and focused and stubborn and set in its ways. I honestly view the ego as a masculine energy personally, but this card says cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So basically, whenever you only focus on yourself, you kind of like lose sight of what life is actually about, which is connection and bonding with others. And that's coming from a person who does not like to hang out with people in person. I don't like group settings. I get very overwhelmed, even if it's a group of great, good people. I really do prefer one-on-one intimate connections, or just hang out with one friend where all the time and attention can be on me, you know what I mean? And on each other. It's just easier for me. But being of service to others, it doesn't have to be some grand gesture of volunteering somewhere, or your traditional idea of like philanthropy and helping. Honestly, just being a good, loving, kind person to everybody you encounter, and treating everybody with respect, that is enough to be of service to others. Just at a grocery store, the cashier, just focus on your tone of voice and how you're speaking to people. Be more gentle in your approach. Be a little bit more understanding and compassionate, and that technically is being of service to others in a way. And like the ego, I have found that a great way to break your ego down a little bit is to think about how others are feeling, what they could be going through possibly, and just kind of feeling out like maybe why they are the way they are. It has nothing to do with you. So the way they're treating you, it's not about you, it's about them. And I used to hate when people would say that to me. Like, it's not about you, it's about them. Because I have a habit of taking everything personally. But whenever we and others around us are caught up in our ego type of frequency and behavior, more selfish, less thinking about others, it's just kind of draining and not fun to be around. And like, the only people that you'll be able to attract in your life for friendships, work relationships, and like dating relationships and things are other people with egos. So just keep yourself in check if you don't want to be surrounded by a group of shitty, crazy people that are focused on maybe materialistic things, maybe image of a very hard worker. I'm a corporate person. I'm so successful. Look at me go. I've got a job. I'm paying this rent. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And someone that just like brags all the time. Like, maybe that's not the best energy to be around. But if you're more heart-centered and more like balanced and like kind of working from a place of sensitivity and emotions a little bit more, that is helping you get further away from your ego, therefore connecting you with people around you who are also like that. And that's your soul family and your soul tribe, those people that unconditionally accept you and love you. So check yourself, because if you're not happy with your reality around you, there's something within you that maybe needs to shift a little bit so that your reality outside of you can match who you are in a good way. You know what I mean? It can do it good, it can also do it bad. So everything in life is a mirror, a reflection for us to see and to learn. Okay. The next one is surrender your desire to control people. Look at her, she's given dominatrix vibes. So it says, being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, back off. Regroup and give the situation some breathing room. So this one is important, and it honestly goes along with all of these different things. The surrender the idea you can fix someone has to also do with control issues, because needing to control your environment is an issue that I've dealt with for a very long time. And trying to control people also self-destructs and ruins a lot of relationships of any kind. So being over controlling, no one wants that, no one likes that. So the whole part about breathing room, I feel like is the most important, because that really gives you a chance to let people go through their shit. If someone is in a deep spiral of bad behavior or just not very conscious good behavior, and their choices are from a place of ego and yours are not, you might look at that and be like, hey, you're doing it all wrong. Why are you acting like this? Why are you doing this? But you kind of need to let people self-destruct and ruin shit and fuck up in their life, just like I personally have had to do the same thing, and not one word someone could have told me would have stopped me from doing XYZ, because there's a divine order and a divine plan and purpose at play. So if you try to have a chokehold, control, leash on someone, you're kind of destroying it for the both of you, because they need to learn and do their thing, you need to learn and do your thing. So if you're focusing all your energy on trying to control people and control outcomes and situations, you're gonna stunt your own growth, because you're so focused on other people and wrapped up in other people that you're actually not focusing on yourself, and you're avoiding yourself unintentionally. So that's just something that I've learned. And then the last one is surrender stubbornness. And I like that it's a feminine energy, because hey, I feel like this is me right now. I've really been in a season of letting go of control and trying my best to, and trying my best not to get stressed out about timelines and things like that. So the stubbornness card, it says, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So the rigid stance also is similar to the controlling people, and the idea of fixing someone, fixing situations, wanting everything to be perfectly crafted to you. This job that I was going for, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the best thing ever. Oh, this is amazing. And I had all these different reasons why I knew for a fact I was perfect for them and it was going to work. But technically that's me being stubborn and rigid and wanting to control it. And this right here is telling me to not be quite so rigid and tense, because if you're stressed out in your life, it impacts your health negatively. Whether you want to admit it or not, it does. You hold your tension in different areas of your body, your back, your shoulders, your everything, you know what I mean? Your body is very impacted. So the whole purpose of all this stuff right here is just telling me, just shut up, relax, sit back, stop trying to get your hands on everything and make it exactly how it should be, because maybe you don't even know yourself all that well as you think you do, and your desire to control is just delaying your own path of healing, you know what I mean? So that is that stack of cards. Now let's grab a Heal Yourself card. Cute. And it's funny because, like, I wasn't going into this reading thinking it was going to be about this stuff exactly, but it really is what I was talking about in the beginning. Like, the universe be calling us out, guys. It really does. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these right quick. I actually won't shift the camera down again, just so y'all can keep your attention up here. Eyes up here, baby. Eyes up here. Let me know if you guys like these and if you want me to do them more often. Okay, first one came out. Because I like readings. I just feel like sometimes they take a lot of energy to do. Like, I can't see myself wanting to do them like every day, you know what I mean? But it's okay. Alright. The second card is out. I just let them pop out on their own. No trying to rush, force, or control. Alright. So, let's see. Alright. So, the first card that came out immediately was Victim Consciousness, which is kind of hilarious because all of these things I was just talking about comes from a place of, like, lack and not feeling like you have enough in life and that you're deeply just, like, suffering and you're stuck. Like, that's kind of the energy of victim consciousness. It's like, there's nothing I can do to get better, to be better. Like, I'm just, like, you know, in the mud and, like, fuck this shit. That's what we're getting here. So she looks like she's in a gloomy, dark forest. And what else? We have a crow on this card, and a spider, and a snake. We have multiple snakes. We have a wolf. It almost looks like some, like, dark red demon-like energy. So all of these things are at her feet, though. It's like it's rising out of her. So all of those cards that I pulled earlier about what we need to surrender, those habits are kind of making us seem like we're a victim in our lives, and, like, that's not attractive in the sense of you can't attract what you actually want if you're embodying this really nasty, like, gurgling, bubbling up of darkness energy in yourself. So I feel like there's definitely some healing work that needs to be done. I'm with ya, but it's a journey, and we all do have this part of ourselves, so it's okay and it's normal, but you need to have the courage in your life to get out of that state and to exit the darkness and walk into the light. Walk towards the light and allow yourself to do so, because your demons are, like, going to be bright and shiny and, like, trying to cling to you and want you to stay put and stay stuck, to keep you in that victim consciousness. It's like the devil doing its job, right? It wants you to stay stuck. It wants you to suffer. So any steps you make towards the light, you're always going to encounter darkness. It's not like you just choose the light and it's green, go. Like, you know, collect $200 type of Monopoly vibes. It ain't like that. You're still going to face challenges, but that's part of your spiritual work and your spiritual journey to progress and face all of these blockades and obstacles over and over. And also, I saw, like, a spirituality meme today. It was about, why did I literally just forget it? Let me think about it. Water break while I think. Oh, it was like a bunch of people on a boat, and the boat was sinking, and there was a bunch of different people. It was like a small boat, maybe like 6 people, and it's kind of like the same energy of that dog, and his house is on fire or whatever, and he's like, it's fine, I'm fine, like, great. That's kind of the same energy. Like, shit is gonna go down. You're gonna have multiple ego deaths in your life. You're gonna have multiple versions of yourself that kind of cycle through and come and go, and you're always gonna be growing and changing. So you're gonna get stronger each challenge you face. rejection and just stuff hitting me over and over, and it's helping me see my strength. So I hope that you guys can feel that way about your challenges too at some point. But it's hard and it takes time, so be patient and gracious with yourself. Then the next card we have is dreams. And following up, it came with this one too, like they both came out at the same time. So procrastination of your dreams. And I feel like this is honestly just like a personal reading and genuinely calling me out, because I said I wanted to start my art and like do an art market once I moved. Highlight the word once I moved. Once I get to here. Once I do this and this and that. Once I get this and that. Then, capital highlight, underline, then I will XYZ. But hey, we could die tomorrow. We don't know. So why am I living in the future so much when I should just be focusing on my dreams now, right now? Stop procrastinating whatever it is in your life that you're wanting to do and accomplish and, experience. Don't make time frames in your head about, oh, in a year, once I get this house, once I do this, once I get this job, once I blah blah. Stop. I have been in that cycle for a long time, and it's not healthy or good, because you're constantly feeling like you need to chase something and accomplish something when really you're just enough as you are. You just kind of need to collect yourself and think about these dreams that you have, and like think of what baby steps you can take today. It might not be like the full-blown amazing like step that you would want to take, and it might literally seem like a drop in the bucket, but after you have a bunch of drops in the bucket, you're gonna have a full bucket of water. So get started today doing what you do, baby. Alright, and let's go ahead and grab the tarot. I love these ones. They're not all facing the same direction, but that's okay. I don't feel like going through it right now. So let's just see what comes out. What messages do the people need to hear? So we have 4 cards right here. So the first one is the King of Pentacles, which is about your financial success and your physical assets on this earth. What is it that you're trying to create and manifest? This is what you've been like envisioning in your head and focusing on a lot of the time. But at the same time, you do feel kind of this 3 of Pentacles in reverse, like lack mentality. And for me, the 3 of Pentacles is always about, whenever it's upright, is about like working together and having connection and not feeling so alone. So clearly you've been feeling alone in your life, and you feel like you're wanting to put in the work, but like no one else is. So in turn, it makes you not want to put in the work. So that is something that's holding you back. But we have the Queen of Swords right here, which is like a drill sergeant in a sense, where you're very like piercing with the truth, and you're very matter of fact, and you kind of need to slice a bitch and cut a bitch off whenever you need to, because if you don't have those good supportive people, they've got to go. You know what I mean? So like stand in your strength and know who you are, and allow this stuff to like fizzle out and die down, and let those connections and energies that you don't need go bye-bye. Peace out. See ya. See ya never. So that you can actually achieve this kind of success in your life. And it doesn't mean being a millionaire and making a shit ton of money. It's just like whatever you view security as, no matter how small or large of an ask it is, you're capable of achieving that, as long as you become a little more stern with your boundaries and keeping the people out that don't belong. And even a job, like, please, for the love of God, don't stick around unless you absolutely have to, life or death, you know what I mean? And that's usually not the case. So just be confident in yourself and be bold, because I feel like there's a way more satisfying option out there for you. This is the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is like this overflow of emotions and overflow of, it's literally like this type of emotional, what am I trying to say? Abundance in your life is so possible. So you can have it all. You can have like the physical wealth and like whatever, and a house or a dog, an apartment, like what are the things, like you can have that, but you also can have that emotional excitement and emotional satisfaction in your job as well. That's what I feel this message is talking about mainly. There's like different storylines that go on, obviously. It can either be a satisfying relationship, a emotionally satisfying friendship, dating relationship, a job, a hobby that brings you a lot of genuine passion and joy and kind of that like lust for life and like sensual, like just like you're just so on it and motivated and ready. So that's what that is all about. Let's get maybe one more card. Oh, we have two that came out. Oh. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is nice because we got the King of Pentacles. So now I feel like this does feel like a counterpart situation, and then the Lover's card came out too, but it's in reverse. So maybe like the lack of love in your life, or perceived love, whatever form that takes. Maybe the love of a parent, the love of a partner, whatever you need, a mentor. You feel like you don't have that and it's really hurting you. But if you get out of that mentality of like, oh, I'll never have this, it's taking so long to get here, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed. That mentality about this is the very thing that's like holding you back from actually having it. So I think just try your best to switch your mentality to a more sunshiny one about it and stop being so damn pessimistic. Because hey, I hear you, I get you, I have been there for a long time, but it really doesn't have to be that way. And you will find a partnership in life to make your goals and dreams possible. Like we talked about earlier, the dreams, I think it's going to involve some collaboration to some extent. So just be open-minded about what form that might take. It might be a female presence in your life, it might be a male presence in your life, but there's some kind of like yin-yang balance type of energy about needing someone to help you get to the next level, and to not be too like prideful and egotistical to like allow that help in your life. So mic drop, boom. So that is the reading for today, and just a little chit chat with you all. Please let me know if you like these videos and would like to see more on my channel. I've mentioned it maybe one more time before, but I do want to make a Patreon soon featuring readings and like all kinds of stuff. We'll dig deeper into that in a future video. But if you're liking this, thumbs it up, baby. Give it a comment, let me know. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you in my next video.